Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude BeyondMystic, and welcome to today's edition. I'm excited to have Bruce Sees All for another episode of The Moon is Inhabited. You can find his work, of course, on YouTube here at Bruce Sees All, and you can support him also on his Patreon channel. Bruce, welcome back to the show. How are you, man?
I'm great, man. I'm in suspense, waiting for the UFO news to come out. I'm sick of the media suppression, and it's pretty obvious, eh? What's going on?
There's a lot of it going on, absolutely. Bruce, before we start the show, I gotta say, you're gonna have to send me a new headshot because you're melting by the day, man. Congratulations,
man.
You're doing well.
Thanks, man. I started April 12th, down from 305, and last I weighed myself a couple of weeks ago was 214, and now I'm probably under the 210 or close to the 210 mark. So
Wow.
I've achieved. I wanted to get to 225, man, and I'm down even lower now. So
Hey,
my goal weight is 122 and speedo sexy tightness. No, I'm kidding. I'll never be there. I'll never be down.
Okay. Let me check the Rumble feed here. For some reason, it appears that we're not live on Rumble. Let me see.
I sent a lot of my community members over to Rumble too. I want them to start looking elsewhere. I'm gonna get some feedback on.
See, it says here streaming will start soon. 651. Okay, something's wrong. There
always is.
There might be a disconnect here. Hold on. Can I add a stream here?
Yeah, take your time.
I hope I don't have to start this over.
No, because there was quite a few waiting. Community member confirmed there was 400 plus people waiting on Rumble at one point.
Yeah.
This is about 15 minutes ago, and it was more coming in.
Oh, no, we're live now. Okay. There is a weird disconnect there. Okay, live now. Okay, I see it in the comment section.
Yes. When you have weird people on your channel, JC, you're going to get some weird shit happening coming on.
Yeah, anytime we get into these crazy topics,
it's ridiculous. It is.
Have some issues. Bruce, a couple of things. We're going to do it first, maybe 5 minutes here on YouTube. We're also simulcasting on YouTube, and then we're going to transfer everybody over to the Rumble feed here. I'll bring the link down in the YouTube chat for the audience members. Let's do maybe some of the safer conversations here. Let me bring up a couple of news items that I wanted to have your take on before we do the Rumble show here. First of all, Russia going back to the moon, Japan going back to the moon, and also India.
Australia, the UK for Artemis. It doesn't stop. They're all joining, and it's scary. Which sides are they going to take? That's the scary part.
Well, let's get into that a little bit here without triggering so much of the censorship stuff. What do you think is happening? What's suddenly the rush to go back to the moon? Does it have something to do with the end of our financial system, the war happening, what happened in Maui, maybe? Like, what's your gut feeling?
I'll tell you straight up. The public version is that they've created some type of energy that they're going to be using for, in theory, for the electricity, for the suppression of the media. It's like they're creating different types of propulsion systems. We know that was leaked from like the Pentagon with a secret association, private association. So I think they're trying to create something and testing or experimenting on many things. But also one thing in particular that we can't talk about, I think in theory, is the nuclear or force or explosion. And I'm afraid that they're doing this for war again, to try to maybe Russia's up there with China saying we're going to finish off the US, or opposite. Maybe US is trying to stop them. But like you said, Russia went up there. They crashed, right? If I'm not mistaken, Russia crashed.
Well, that's what we're told.
That's what we're told. And India crashed when it went with Bereshit, and they sent up a metal disc with a whole bunch of things on it. They crashed. So they went back, and now it's like, yay. Don't forget, it took Apollo 11 astronauts, when they declared having gone to the moon, a couple of days. And India took them over 41 days to be able to get there. And their reason was that the propulsion system for NASA is far more advanced and a lot quicker. It goes about 1,500 miles an hour as compared to them going slower. So they say, that's what they say. But I highly doubt that that's what's going on. If we're seeing buildings on the moon, JC, or what looks like constructed symmetrical objects, because it doesn't mean they're all buildings. It could be just like, even that, it could be a machine, or it could be something old that was there and it's not there now. But why do we have buildings here on Earth that are off zone and no fly zones? It's because they're doing nefarious things there, no doubt. It's not because they're trying to make a surprise for the schools and make free books for them. Like they're definitely doing something, I think, nefarious.
Right.
And it's something that could be very, well, listen, same subject, JC. Did you hear about the embryo? They made,
yeah, they created a human entity,
no sperm, no embryo,
exactly,
with a fake sort of plasma blood that they made themselves, like much like
it's like immaculate conception, but from the demonic
like literally
side.
they made a demon. Like look at it the way you want, no heart, no soul, like just a heart but no soul. Like that's scary stuff. And whether you're religious or not, isn't that what they say in the Bible? I know it is, that they say he'll come back when it gets to that point. And well, we should see a lot of activity, but it just so happens UFO lights are coming down. We call them UFOs and UAPs, but if it's something spiritual, we may never know.
Or USOs underwater.
Yeah, exactly. The submerged ones. Yeah, they don't create wakes on the water either. They don't hear bangs or booms or sonic booms when they take off. They're quasi projecting themselves, man. That's a word and a term that David Grush
quasi projecting themselves, or creating a cavitation in front of them that
there you go
forward, right?
So what we're seeing is not actually them, but what they're pushing the space and time around them. So that space and time that they're going like this is clashing with atmosphere in the physical realm. If it doesn't mean they're not from a physical realm, but if they were from another dimension, we have no idea what is out there. Like we understand the understanding of physical things and objects and physical movements, but that's in our world here. I mean, are all the worlds the same? It's weird, man, that when we go
okay, hold on, you were going too fast. Dude, we have an hour and a half here. We're gonna have a good conversation, don't stress. But let's go back to this human entity embryo thing. Let me bring that back up. And hello, Jenny, thank you for the hearts. And Jill says not a space agency, NASA. Yes, I agree with you.
Exactly.
Libby, thank you for
also not a secret anymore.
Right,
exactly. Yeah.
That too. Going back to this embryo, you kind of skipped over this, and I thought it was interesting.
Sorry about that.
A bunch of people are doing research on some old Sanskrit text that is painting a picture of how humans have been messed with by some visitors. I'm still on YouTube here, so I'll try to clean it up a little bit.
So they could be doing this on the moon. That's why I brought it up,
Right, that's interesting here too. Yes. And so, but you mentioned another thing here too, that perhaps that second coming or the return of these visitors would occur when we got to this particular stage of technology again here on the planet. And here we have that temporal marker.
Yeah, we're trying to leave too, and we're trying to leave. We got probes now. We're trying to do nuclear. They don't want them off the planet, I don't think.
Right. We're quickly heading into difficult territory. I think what I'm going to do, Bruce, let me bring up your YouTube channel here first for the audience members. I'll bring the link down in the chat so people can go and support you there. You've got a lot of new captures. Anything you haven't posted yet that you want to tell the audience members to maybe come and see your YouTube channel in a day or two? Are you excited about something?
Absolutely. The day before, like the before last video, I just posted this one an hour ago approximately. The one before, it's called you will want to talk about it, Sky Canada project. Now Canada's involved. It's very recent, going to be involved in finding out what UAPs are and coming out talking about them. Under Trudeau. So
wow. Okay, stay tuned for that, guys. You can check that out on Bruce Cesal. Let me bring here the link.
So Sky Project is the title of the before last video. Those are the 150 UFOs in an hour that I caught. If you guys want to see it live, lifting off the ground, I believe that they're launching UAPs or even something that we can't mention. Just it could be war or whatever. You see lights lifting up somewhere, it's scary.
Right.
It could be many reasons,
Right.
In theory, doesn't mean it is. I'm not confirming it, but
right. Wow. Okay. There's a bunch of people dinging me at the same time here. So I'm trying to do a live show. Not sure what's going on. Let me focus here for a moment. So I just put the link of the Rumble feed back in the live chat here on YouTube. So guys, we're about to disconnect here for YouTube. Please come and join us here on Rumble for the full uncensored conversation. We got about 1,000 people already there waiting for us. So let me just disconnect here on YouTube, guys, and we will